Good morning, beautiful people out there from the wet and cold Gold Coast today. Friggin' hell, it's good weather for Eskimos. Talk about cold. I'm shivering in my shoes here. She's a bit Piccadilly on the east coast of Australia at the moment. Today I want to talk about the hardened heart and why I think it's important to hopefully and maybe see if people want to be more freer in their souls. Is the heart is the area in our souls that we have unconsciously or consciously protected. Just an example, when you're a child and you get hurt, or if you go through pain, or you get made fun of, or you get bullied, or you get laughed at, or people put you down, you take drugs. That's from a heart that we unconsciously don't know at that point and stage that we are covering and we are protecting. And the way most people deal with their heart is revenge, is nastiness, is hurting other people, stonewalling other people, control, pretending not to care, manipulation, and they're just a few reactions to a unacknowledgeable heart within your soul. And why it's important to get to know your heart more, because of how much it gets lost in our lives. Because that's where the freedom is. It's in the heart. And that's where happiness is in the heart. You just got to look at children, how happy they are. Their heart's free. But as adults, we harden our hearts, and I think it's important to work towards unhardening the heart. Because the more we can be freer in our heart and understand that it's our heart that we've protected, the more happy we can live. Much more happy than antidepressants and pills and drugs and going to pokies, or alcohol, or competing against other people, or ego, or thinking that we're better. Much more happier than that kind of stuff. The more we can get back to the heart, the more we can find more contentment in our life and more peace. And why do we get lost, and why do we protect the heart so much? Well, one thing that comes to me through my experience, I was told that it was weak. It was weak. It was weak to show your heart, show your feelings. That's a weakness. And in this world of being strong and tough and competitiveness, people don't want to appear that they're weak to other people. And that's one of the tragedies in a life, that we don't identify that we have covered our heart because of other people, because of the way we've been brought up, through relationships, people not respecting our heart, people who don't nurture, don't know how to nurture, more to the point. It goes back generations after generations after generations of adults going into their adult life having hardened hearts. So how do we break the hardened heart? Well, first you've got to see it. First you've got to experience it. First you've got to acknowledge that this could be the case of unhappiness. Showing your feelings, crying, being honest from the heart. And the biggest hurdle is all about what other people think of us. That's the biggest hurdle, why we keep hardening the heart, because of fear of being rejected, the fear of ridicule, the fear of made fun of, laughed at. It's a tragedy where adults don't see what they're doing to each other in this aspect. Imagine doing that to a child. A lot of people do it, as a matter of fact, and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know they're putting children down. They don't know that they're hardening children's hearts through their own hardened heart. The only way to teach people properly is from the heart. The only way to help people properly is from the heart. There is no bigger impact on other human beings other than finding the heart and finding your heart and having the courage to see when you're being mean from the heart, when you're not nice from the heart, when you're not honest from the heart, when you're abusing yourself from the heart, when you're not caring for other people's from the heart, when you're judging people from the heart, when you put people down from the heart. If you don't see this, you won't find your heart, because all your decisions comes from protecting that heart. All your misery comes from not being aware and connecting to your heart, not your mind, not your analytical mind, not your rational mind, not what you think. As I said in another video, if you can change your focus from your mind and work from your heart, you're going to do a lot more good for yourself and for everybody around you. But if you can't reach your heart because you don't see how protected you've made the heart through your struggles and your pain, you won't work from your heart. And the chances are you'll be unhappy. And that will make you more annoyed and angry and frustrated at other people because you're blaming people for that unhappiness. But that unhappiness is not about other people. That unhappiness is your protection of your own heart and your lack of freedom that you find in your heart because you're worried about what other people think of you, to show your heart, to show your tears, to show your vulnerability, to show your inadequacies, to show your love, to show your affection, to show your sensitivity, to help people, to understand yourself from your heart. So the way I got in touch with my heart is that I was broken like a dog, like a mule in rehab. And as soon as I fell to my knees and I cried for 3 to 4 hours, I felt better. I finally got in touch with my heart. It took me 27 years. And in that 27 years, oh boy, I was so unhappy. I was so unhappy, and what a relief it was to cry and get in touch with my feelings. And this thing they call mental illness, I want to challenge that. Yes, it is attacking the head because it's not focusing on the heart. As to say, there is voices and there is things that come to your head and drive people mad and put you down. I had them all my life and I still have them to a certain extent. I call it the devil, I call it Satan. But if you go to your heart and think of your heart instead of your thoughts, and you stay in your heart, I think you'll be able to heal over a period of time from focusing on your mind and mental mind illness. I'm not saying it's not real. I had it. But again, it's a protection of the heart. It's worried. It's fear, and that's all. It's all a blockage of the heart. It's all covering up of the heart. Children aren't scared. We are born pure. We are born courageous. We are born so unfearful. And that's the power of the heart. So explore your heart. It's really, really, really important. Doesn't matter if you're male, it doesn't matter if you're female. This applies to everybody walking the earth, because everybody has a heart. And it's powerful. It's so powerful, it scares you. And it is going to scare you, go to your heart, because it's so unfamiliar when you've been in your head for so long. But the more you talk about your heart, the more you talk about your fears, and the more you talk about your inadequacies, and the more you talk about the uncertainty in life, and the more you talk about your disappointments, and the more you talk about feeling unloved or feeling loved, or the more you talk about your heartfelt feelings, please don't blame people for it, because that will get you back into your head. Don't be nasty to people. Don't blame people. Forgive, 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 forgive. There's so much power in this stuff that I'm talking about. So much power. If you want to be powerful, this is where it starts. It's not money. Trust me. I can speak for experience. I've had millions and millions of dollars. I've done everything economically. I've had nothing. It's not competition. It's not your ego. It's not sport. That won't do it for you. The only thing that will do it for you truly is finding your heart in your life and staying open and talking about your heart. And that's why I talk about always reach out and talk about your feelings and thoughts. And people can easily get confused at when I say about responsibility and don't blame other people. Well, you want to get freed of the heart, you've got to explore your own heart. You've got to explore your own fears. You've got to explore why you've blocked your heart off. And when you can find the reasons why you blocked your heart off and look at it, you can start getting free again. So it's all in the heart. And you make the effort to find your heart and get out of your head. The best is yet to come. Have a good day.